Recently, we told you about the disgraceful situation in Croatia, where the city of Dubrovnik is waging a campaign against 300 dogs being cared for at the Zarkovica animal shelter. All that stands between the dogs and death are a few brave women volunteers who defend the dogs day and night. Now we want to tell you about the situation in the tiny neighbouring country of Montenegro, which faces similar problems, and an official who has chosen to defend dogs instead of destroying them.
In Montenegro, the state pays for local councils and municipalities to collect street dogs, to take them to a shelter and to keep them for 1 month. They're then required to euthanise the dogs according to local legislation.
In Montenegro, government policy is to kill stray dogs after a month in a municipal pound. Zoran Murdoch, the director of the Azil municipal shelter that serves Kota and Tivat, won't do it. Backed by his regional council, he fights to keep 204 stray dogs alive because it's the right thing to do.
Thank you for being so good to the dogs.
This shelter is unique in that it tries not to euthanise healthy dogs. And one of the problems we then face is having enough kennelling to look after the dogs long term with good facilities and good care in order to help them getting rehomed.
Zoran and his small team, aided by volunteers, face enormous financial difficulties because they are struggling to find money to build more shelters for the dogs.
There's a lot of street dogs in Montenegro and there's very few facilities for looking after them. So we have a municipal shelter here which doesn't have enough funding because they try to be a no-kill shelter. We have too many dogs and not enough people to adopt them.
Volunteers run a rehoming program, and Network for Animals is proud to say that we are helping.
A Belgian couple was here, fell in love with this little dog, but they couldn't afford to take him back to Belgium. So we are going to pay to send him to Belgium to a new family, and he's going to have a wonderful life.
So guys, Network for Animals is very glad to be able to help you. We will help you get Nick back to Belgium, because the one thing that all our supporters should know is the best answer to look after abandoned and stray dogs is to find homes for them, because they want to be with humans.
A small victory for the dogs, but it's one small victory at a time. We have promised to help the dogs of Azil because winter is coming fast and they need more enclosures to protect them from the wind and rain. As Zoran says, it's the right thing to do. He is doing the right thing and we must too. Please help us salute a man that refuses to kill dogs and makes a plan to save them instead.
What we really need is support to help build new kennelling so that we can look after the dogs that we have, show them to their best advantage, socialise them, increase the likelihood of people taking them.
$25 buys enough food for 2 dogs for a month. $35 buys enough to sterilise 1 dog. $50 buys a share of a cosy new kennel.
Dogs are in distress all over the world. Please give generously to Network for Animals so we can help them wherever we can.